Okay, for this video, I was gonna wear my Dwight Schrute shirt. It says false. It's around here somewhere. Can I find it? That's false. So I went with Dead Deads. Why? Because a guy killed his career at halftime yesterday. Vontae Davis, uh, defensive lineman for the Buffalo Bills, decided partway through week two, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. So I've been reading various opinions on this, and there are some saying, you know what, kudos to him for having the courage to say, I don't like my job and I want out of it, and for doing what all of us wish we could do with our jobs. Yeah, but you got to get paid. See, I can kind of understand where he's coming from, and at the same time, there's a place and time to do it, and at halftime isn't it. So his teammates aren't happy about it. I'm sure management in Buffalo isn't happy about it. Buffalo being off to an 0-2 start, also not encouraging. But when you got a guy going, yeah, I'm out of here, and he changes into street clothes, doesn't say a word to his teammates, and just leaves, it's bad. And as a guy who's making $5 million this year, has made $50 million in his career, nobody's going to feel bad for him. Maybe he was out on the field and went, I have $50 million. I have $50 million. This game could paralyze me, and I don't feel like doing it anymore. That'd be respectable, but not in the middle of a game. Go to a coach. Say, hey, my head's really kind of not in it right now. Coach will swear at you and smack you and do whatever, but, at least say, my heart isn't in it. My head isn't in it. Talk to a teammate. Did he feel that isolated from his teammates that he couldn't say anything? That he couldn't talk to any of them? Is that what was going on? Because something else was going on here, and I've been looking through various articles, and I can't find anything other than either he's a loser or he's the guy we all wish we could be walking out on our jobs. I know the jobs I've had, my first full-time job, poultry farm, I gave them a week's notice. I wanted to give them two, but I could only give them one. On my last day of work, one of my friends said to me, he goes, hey, they're planning on throwing in a big tank of ice water. And I said, thanks. And I walked out. I I grabbed my jacket, called my ex on the phone and said, yeah, I'm coming home. She's like, but you've got 4 hours left in your shift. I said, yeah, no, I don't. And on my way out, I said to the boss, I said, well, I'm sorry, but I'm out of here. And he shook my hand and he said, if you ever need a job, you're welcome back, but you're going home now. I'm like, yeah. And somebody else said, you can't leave now. We've got all this work left to do. And I smiled and said, I don't. And I walked out. When I left the call center, I left them twice. The first time I gave them a week's notice, again, because that was the most I could give them. The second time around, I didn't give them any. I had basically had a job interview at the meat processing plant that I worked at in Chilliwack. And I'd been told, you start Monday. I'm like, I work till Monday. And they're like, oh, you work Monday. So I just didn't go. And then they phoned, when I didn't show up for my shift, my boss phoned my home, and my ex answered and goes, yeah, he's not here. He's at his new job. I did that because I felt like that was my safety net. That if I felt like I didn't enjoy my new job, I'd just go back to that one. So I thought, no, I need to burn that bridge so I can't just go back to a call center and do that crappy job, because I really hate it, and it's a poor job. I don't enjoy it. And when I left Vantage, I gave them 2 weeks notice. And I gave them 2 weeks notice before I had a backup job. So I did a video on Patreon, and I said, yeah, so I gave 2 weeks notice at my job. I'm all excited. I don't have a plan. This is terrifying. Because I've got a wife and 3 kids, right? So it worked out. I found a job during those 2 weeks, and it helped me get to the point where I am now, where I'm self-employed. But when I left my other job, I gave them I gave them 2 weeks notice, and then I looked, and I had looked at my schedule. My schedule was planned a month in advance, and I realized that my schedule completely conflicted with everything I wanted to do with my main channel, and I had to make a decision. And I couldn't get another part-time job because they were all weekends, they were all evenings. Completely understood, no problem. I had to make a decision, and I think I made the right decision. I hope I made the right decision. It would suck if I didn't. But hey, coming back to this guy now, he quit at halftime. I've had really crappy jobs. I've always been decent on the way out the door with jobs that people quit all the time. At the farm, I think the poultry farm, we had a guy who came in and lasted 10 minutes. And I would know. You'd see their face turning purple and they're ready to throw up. And they're like, can I go to the bathroom? And they wouldn't come back. And it even became a joke where I said, I don't know what this bathroom is these new guys go to, but it must be really nice because they never come back. That new guy bathroom has to be amazing. Like, we're talking bidets and candles. It's got to be awesome. And then call center, yeah, people quit. Girl came over to me one day. Yeah, I don't want to take calls today. And I'm like, that's what we do here. We're a call center. Well, I was thinking I could, maybe clean up the supervisor's desk and, maybe do some stuff. And I'm like, we have an overnight cleaning crew for that? Well, I'll see. Maybe there's something else I can do. And I'm like, you're in a call center. You have to take calls. She's like, yeah, I don't like it. People yell at me. I'm like, you've had one shift. Yeah, this one lady was really mad at me. I'm like, one? So yeah, I informed her it wasn't going to work. I just, one person yelled at you? Oh no. You're at a call center. Get used to it. So yeah, that didn't work. And yeah, I would see people routinely leave, and the average lifespan was somewhere between 4 and 6 months at a call center. And they knew that when they hired him. And at meat processing plant in Chilliwack, again, it was about 6 months. I got hired with 6 other people, and within a year, there was only 2 of us left. And the funny thing was, it was me and the really, really hot girl that I didn't think for a second. I thought, she's not going to make it. That really good-looking blonde, she's not going to make it. She's still there, as far as I know. So, yeah, that sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, and I sometimes am guilty of that. And I've had that myself where, because I'm 5'4", I go into a manual labor job. I'm the last pick. And I just shake my head thinking, you guys are picking all these young, big, strapping young guys, but I'm going to outlast them here because it's what I do. They're going to go out and drink and probably not show up, and then they're just going to quit. And I'm still going to be here because I'm a hard worker. So that's usually what ends up happening. And they'll put me on a job as a joke, like, we'll put Shannon on this job. He can't do it. And then to spite myself and my back and my knees, I'll do it. Like, hey, look, Shannon actually could do that job. Good, it's your job now. Oh, why do I have to prove myself right at the expense of myself? So back to the guy who quits at halftime. You're a football player. Finish the game. You're a defensive lineman. Finish the game. Reddy's a 2-time Pro Bowler. Good for Vontae Davis. Finish the game. I'll be interested to see what he has to say because, again, while some may say they admire him for just walking out on a job he doesn't feel like doing anymore, while it's funny in the movie Office Space, it's hilarious in the movie Office Space. Most of us don't have that option. I remember there was a point where I told my son a few years ago where he was talking about, well, I don't want to have a job I don't like. And I just looked at him. I said, do you think I like my job? He's like, well, no. I said, right. You get a job that you don't like to make the money you need to make so you can do something when you're not at work that you enjoy. Something that you enjoy enough that you can handle not liking your job because it enables you to do the things you want to do with the people you want to do those things with. And I don't think that was taken to heart at all. And it, some people it's just like that. And I don't think that if I was in that position, I could just quit on somebody halfway through a game. I don't, he wasn't injured. He just didn't want to be there. And he went home. And he didn't tell his teammates. He didn't tell anybody. It would be like me looking at tonight. I had to cheer for Chicago to beat Seattle because I had to get to 7-9 on my predictions from this week's football. So I'm cheering for the Bears, which just to me seems kind of wrong, but I didn't want to finish at 6-10. I'm not going to quit doing predictions just because I was 7-9 this week. I'm going to take my lumps and probably go 5-11 next week, or however much. I don't know if the bye weeks start in week 3 or week 4. Anyways, we'll find out when I do the preview. But for Buffalo, it's just another kick in the teeth. It's a guy who played 5 games last year, so there's no guarantee he's going to play every game this year or be healthy the whole season. Football players have a very short career. This is why I don't mind them getting 25, 26 million as quarterbacks, because honestly, they don't have long careers like other sports. So make your money while you can, and it's not all guaranteed money for the most part either. So you'll see them sign this big, huge contract, and then a year later, they're cut. It's all gone. Money's gone. Bye-bye. And I really honestly hope these guys have this all planned out. That they got a good degree in college or university, and that after football falls by the wayside, they have a backup plan. Clearly, Vontae Davis's backup plan was, I've made $50 million. I'm done. To quote Jeremy Roenick of hockey, I made my money. And when you hear a guy saying stuff like that, he's pretty much done being competitive and wanting to go out and play. And we'll see what happens with the Bills from here. Do they rally around it? Well, they didn't rally around it when they knew he'd quit. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of this? Like, it's so weird because, again, just using my own personal stories to try to figure out how that works, that you start a game, you put on all your gear, you go out there and you go, I don't think my heart's in this right now. Okay. There were plenty of days at my job my heart wasn't in it either. Not like I could go in and go, boss, I don't feel like loading tables today. No, I don't feel like traying anything today. No, I'm not going to bag anything either. I don't feel like going into shipping either. Receiving? I don't really like receiving. My heart's not in it today. I think I'm just going to go home. Yeah, I'm just going to go home. I didn't have that option. So, for me personally, when I hear a guy say, well, my heart wasn't in it, well, get your heart into it, Bucky, because it's your job. And so I don't expect his number to get retired by the Bills. And I don't expect his teammates to have him on a Christmas card list. But let me know your thoughts. How do you guys feel about it? And again, I haven't seen exactly what the reason was, other than he didn't feel like doing it anymore. It's odd. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.